What's up, people? I am back. We're here to review Piranha 3 Double D. I fucking still love that title. I was supposed to do this last night, but I fell asleep, so I'm doing it now. I don't think I'm gonna do another video today. I'll probably do another video on Sunday, and it won't be a review. I'll probably rant about the Hulk. But Piranha 3 Double D. I remember when this came out. This came out like 2012, because it was like 2 years after that first one. And I didn't see it in theaters. I saw it like later. And my god, this movie is fucking hilarious. I actually think it's almost funnier than the first because they go full on like just over the top. You got David Hasselhoff, and there's moments where because he acts like David Hasselhoff, so they make like Baywatch jokes. And then the moment he saves a kid, the Baywatch music plays. The only thing I don't like, and maybe they just probably couldn't afford to get her back. I liked Elizabeth Shue's, sheriff character. I was kind of hoping she'd come back, but we at least get, for a little bit, we get Christopher Lloyd back as Carl Goodman. And I thought Danielle Panabaker as Maddie was okay. And then you have the actor who played Todd Packer from The Office. He pretty much plays Todd Packer in every movie. Like, let's be honest. He was Todd Packer in this movie. Like, if we're really being honest. So the premise is Maddie, who comes home, is a marine biologist, owns and I love the amusement park name, The Big Wet. It's fucking great. And one day, because she co-owns the water park with her dad or stepdad, Chet, and he wants to make basically like an adult park, like section of the park where basically like strippers and shit are. Then the movie opens. We actually get a Gary Busey cameo, which is pretty cool, where we see that there are leftover piranhas and they get birthed, kill Gary Busey, and they start coming. And yeah, I'll admit the piranhas look terrible. Like the CGI is awful, which that's fine. This movie knows what it is, so it's like almost bringing that up. It means nothing, but then pretty much the piranhas start making their way, kill a couple of Maddie's friends, and they make their way to the park. This movie's pretty quick. It's only like an hour 20, or maybe an hour and a half if you take the credits out, but it's not long at all. It gets going. It's funny. If you know what you're expecting with it, I mean, just look at the title, 3 Double D. It's just a fun movie. It's not good. The acting, if I'm going to be honest, isn't great, but it's a fun movie. I do think objectively the 3D, that one is probably a better movie, but this one's fun. So you get some funny kills. I mean, there's a scene where a dude gets his dick, like literally a piranha comes out of a girl's vagina and bites a dude's dick. Like that is what you're expecting. That's what kind of shit you're going to be expecting from this movie. But yeah, out of 10, 6.5, maybe a 7 even. I fucking had fun with this movie. So it knows what it is. So I'll be doing a video again on Sunday, if not Sunday, next Monday. And next Monday, this is gonna be a movie I don't think I've seen in such a long time. The Fog, the original. I'm gonna be doing that next Monday. So if I don't do a video on Sunday, but if I do a video on Sunday, I'll be going in on how they have continually just fucking. I'm gonna use this word, rate the Hulk. I'm going in on that because, man, anyway. But Piranha 3 Double D. We're going to get in on. I'm going to get started, and yeah. So the movie opens up. We see Gary Busey and his friend like fishing in the town. It's almost like, I'm not necessarily financial ruin, but you can tell it's not as much people are coming. This is a year after the event of Piranha 3D. So one day, Gary Busey's on the lake, and him and his friend spot a dead cow. And then they fuck with it, and a bunch of piranha eggs come out. They hatch, I mean, it was done in a joke. Like the cow basically farted it out. So yeah, the eggs hatch and then kill uh, Gary Busey and his friend. Then we're introduced to Maddie, who I think is okay. Danielle Baker's not a bad actress. I've known her when I was younger because she was like in Disney stuff a lot. Her and her sister. But I thought she was okay in this. I missed Elizabeth Shue. I thought she was an awesome character from the last one, but maybe they couldn't afford to get her back, or maybe she was doing something else. I don't know. But so she comes back, confronts her stepdad about the changes he's making at the park. Big Wet. I fucking love that name. Just everything. Like, this movie just knows what it is, and it's like, you know what, we're just gonna fucking go bash and have fun with the premise. So, because, like, even I think 3D, yeah, it was definitely, they had fun with that one too, and a lot of jokes, but I think this one, they're just like, let's go all out on it. So Chet kind of, he's an asshole this whole movie. That's pretty much his character. I mean, and there's nothing wrong with that. I've always liked that actor, but granted, he just plays Todd Packer. In this role, in this movie, actually works. So, after not successful with Chet, she meets her friends, her ex named, I don't remember his name, but then there's Barry, and her friend Ashley, and her boyfriend Shelby. They all work at the park, and yeah. So then there's that. I think his name's Tyler. Okay, just hit me. Her ex-boyfriend's name is Tyler. He's like, I think I'd seen that actor in, it was either like a Jason movie, that '09 Jason movie, or he was in a horror movie around this time. Like, this movie was like 2012, so maybe like 2009, 10, or 11. It was like around that time. But so later that night, Shelby and his boyfriend, and his girlfriend, sorry, go, Ashley, I think is her name, go skinny dipping, and while they're out, unknowingly, like, the piranha flies in her vagina. I'm sorry. That this movie, the shit like that, it's like so good. So then, while that's happening, their other friend, I'm gonna be honest, I do not remember this dude's name, but I'll just, for now, just say Maddie's friend. Maddie's friend and her boyfriend are hooking up in a van, and, you know, they're gonna do some kinky shit, like she not ties him up, handcuffs him, but before they can do it, she accidentally hits, like, hits the stick to go forward, and the van starts falling in the lake, and the dude can't get his hand off. The piranhas start coming in and kill him. And I thought that seems pretty brutal. The piranhas themselves, I'm going to keep saying it, they do not look good. The CGI looks awful, especially when they're moving. But, you know, whatever. So after killing him, she's on top of the car, and then the car eventually sinks into the lake, and then, yeah, she gets killed off screen. You don't actually see it. So the next day, Maddie, Tyler, and Barry are looking for them because they're missing. Then, pretty much, Maddie tries to tell... Oh, before that, they go to the pipe. Maddie, Tyler, and Barry go to the pipe, and to try to stop the piranhas from coming in. But while there, the piranhas attack her, but she manages to escape. And then this is where we see Carl Goodman again, which is awesome. I love Christopher Lloyd. We didn't get him as much in this one. You got him like a couple of scenes, but it was cool to see him. So he pretty much tells them that the piranhas are evolving and that they'll be able to switch terrains and stuff. So, like, I love those little moments. Like, even seeing, like, how... Like, he still has, like, that one piranha from... Pretty sure that's the same one from the first movie. In the cage. So after that, Maddie tries to tell Chet to close the park down because actually, before that, there is a scene where Maddie's in a pool, not in a pool, in a bath, and you see the piranha's like fin sticking out of the water. Obviously, that's a callback to Nightmare on Elm Street. That's like that's what I was thinking of when I saw that scene. But so Maddie tries to tell Chet like to close the park down, say the lake. Chet refuses, and basically it turns out Chet is paying Tyler to kind of keep Maddie off of him. So that's cool. Then the next day is like the big day of the park. Detective Fallon comes back, which is Ving Rhames. So that was cool. We at least got to see Ving Rhames come back. It was always good seeing him, even for the little role he had. He's scared of water, and his like, I don't know if it's like his therapist or the dude with him who was pretty funny, because he was like, because first he was like, throw me in the water, and then he refused to go. It was funny, and then he ends up throwing the guy in the water. It's a funny movie, like little moments like that. And then David Hasselhoff comes to be a guard. It's fucking funny. And there's a scene where a kid, I think he gets bitten by the piranha, and obviously, initially Chad and everybody plays it off like he just scraped his leg. He wants like a Band-Aid, and fucking Hasselhoff's just like telling the kid, "Do you not remember me?" He like lists everything. He even mentions Anaconda 3. It's like so good. And then he gives the kid a Band-Aid, and then the piranhas basically start attacking. I'm just gonna kind of jump ahead a smidge. So now the piranhas are now full on attacking the park. Not as good as like from 3D, but I thought this sequence was pretty good fun. And then you see fucking Detective Fallon. Turns out he has prosthetic legs that actually can turn into a fucking gun. When that happened, I was like, yes, fucking great. 10 out of 10 movie. So yeah, piranhas start killing everybody. And then there's a scene where a kid's getting attacked, and it's like this ginger kid. And fucking, you think for a second, like, Hasselhoff's gonna go save him. Because even, you hear the kid screaming, and he does, like, the dramatic turnaround. And then he just fucking, initially. And he calls him a ginger moron. It's fucking great. It's just like, this movie would not happen today. I mean, obviously, because of all the titties. But just because of shit like that. But then he decides to go save the kid, because the kid kept screaming. And he does it in the fucking, I'm assuming it's Baywatch music plays, and he does the slow run, and he's just like pushing everybody out of the way to get to the kid. It's fucking great. And then when he picks up the kid, like the fucking like, almost like the quality of the video changes to look like it's from the 80s. And he's like, oh, it's fucking great. So Maddie ends up going in the water because she wants to try to, oh, before that, there's like a character you see reoccurring who basically, one scene literally gets a piranha biting his ass. Like, and then fucking Barry has to pull it out. I mean, that is this movie. That's what you're going to kind of be expecting from this movie. But if you know that, you're going to have fun. Because that's what this movie does. They don't fucking care. Let's just go all out ridiculous on this one. That's probably why it didn't do great in the box office. Because it does set up a third one, if we're being honest. And I'll get to that in a second. So Barry, after being told by Maddie to turn off, like, the pumps, Maddie ends up falling in the water and almost getting sucked in because the pumps are being drained. Kyle, his name is Kyle. I thought it was Tyler. It just hit me. His name was Kyle. It's actually Kyle. So Kyle, who's her ex-boyfriend, refuses to go in the water because of the piranhas. Barry decides, even though it's mentioned earlier, that he couldn't swim. He ends up going in the water and saving Maddie. And then while this happens, the one dude basically I only know him as the guy who got a piranha in his ass, decides to pour chlorine down the drain and throw in like a weed joint, basically to cause an explosion, killing a lot of the piranhas. But one of the tridents, like that, because Barry is like a mascot and he has to hold a trident, it flies up and ends up killing Kyle. Pretty, like, fine. That was like Final Destination. And then after that, everything seems fine. You know, the piranhas are defeated. They're getting all the injured guests. Oh, I'm just gonna call him Todd Packer, even though his name's Chet. He gets killed because he got decapitated by a ribbon because he drove too low. Um, so after that, Carl calls Maddie to let her know that his theory was right and that these things are starting to now walk on land. And she says, "Yeah, I know," because she sees one. And then you see the same kid that Hasselhoff saved earlier. The kid's like filming it, and and he's like, "Oh, they won't do nothing," and then it fucking jumps up and bites his fucking head off, like straight up bites his head off, and then the movie ends. Or but like fucking before that, Hasselhoff calls him the ginger moron. It's like I didn't expect that ending. Great movie. This movie is fun, man. It's so batshit. You can just sit back and laugh and just like how absurd it is, and it knows what it is. And it actually doesn't have bad characters. Like really, Maddie is probably the only real character, and Barry. But I think everyone else is fine. You get some solid kills. The scene where I should have mentioned this, where Ashley and this is after they were at the lake. Ashley and Shelby are having sex. The piranha comes out of her vagina and bites his dick, and he has to chop his dick off. Like that's what this movie is. But it's fun. 6.5 out of 10. I love it. The ending where it just kills the kid. I didn't expect that. Especially because usually, especially around this time, they do not really show kids getting killed. So it's crazy that they actually showed it. So, the piranhas were fun themselves. Yeah, they don't look great, but there was actually some solid kills. So, I would recommend this if you know what it is. If you know going in, don't expect the greatest acting. Don't expect a 10 out of 10 story. Probably even like a fucking 7 out of 10 story. But just kind of let loose. And yeah, if you're drunk, high, or whatever, this is like the perfect movie to watch. And I love the Hasselhoff cameo. It was fucking hilarious. So, but yeah, that's pretty much all I can say. Yeah, it's a batshit fun movie. So. So. 7 out of 10. 6.5 out of 10. Not tomorrow, Sunday, I will be really going into it again. I mean, I did a video like years ago about this, but I feel like they have done them worse, especially since the She-Hulk show. They have done my boy dirty. So I am going to be talking about that more. I'll be doing that on Sunday, maybe same time. If I'm not back here, I'll probably still do it on Sunday either way. But yeah. And then Monday will be the fog. So, but yeah, I recommend Piranha 3D and 3DD. You know they're just fun movies. So, other than that, I'm gonna take one more hit and peace out. Talk to y'all again on Sunday. But as usual, fuck the Biden administration. Fuck Disney. Fuck Warner Brothers. I'll talk to you guys soon. Peace.